Hello, test. I think we have audio. Oh yeah, there's Giovanni. Okay. He will be. Are you going to be like without audio, video, Giovanni? You can just keep your voice in. Oh yeah.
I can leave the video. It was that I was trying to eat something in the middle.
All right. So what have you got, Răzvan, for us?
So hello everyone. Today I will present the OpenSIPS. Yeah, do it. Do you still hear me?
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Good.
Okay, so today I will be presenting the OpenSIPS CallCenter functionality. But first I would like to thank Maxim for accepting us into this very first session of SIP Chronicles, and also to thank Giovanni for his fabulous performance at the beginning. Thank you. Unfortunately, I won't perform in the same manner, but yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for having us today. So, not sure how many of you have seen the OpenSIPS Summit, the OpenSIPS user list yesterday. Over there, while Maxim was presenting the new series, we thought that is a good idea to have some sort of mechanism for calling in for doing Q&As. And that's when Bogdan from OpenSIPS came with the idea of setting up a call center for you guys to be able to call in and ask Giovanni questions about SaraPhone. After that, we decided to set up OpenSIPS call center in order to do some sort of call queuing for Giovanni, because he's a single guy answering questions for multiple people. So he definitely needs some sort of queuing for getting calls. And Giovanni's idea was to have SaraPhone. So for you guys to have SaraPhone to call in this call center using the SaraPhone module, the SaraPhone WebRTC phone. And on the other side, he will be able to answer your questions live. We didn't manage to implement the full design of this call center. However, what we have managed to set up was simple call queuing using OpenSIPS that delivers calls to Giovanni's SaraPhone. So he will be able to get calls as an agent, as a call center agent. If you think about it, that's actually the way. The full design of this call center. However, what we have, I'm not sure.
Giovanni, can you mute yourself? Giovanni?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So if you think about it, this is actually the exact way the real scenario should work in a call center, right? You have a bunch of agents that are using browser, mainly in this example, the SaraPhone WebRTC phone, that is basically a browser phone, replaces the desktop, as Giovanni mentioned earlier. And on the other side, you receive calls from PSTN. Usually PSTN will not be able to deliver calls from as a WebRTC protocol. So there needs to be some sort of gateway between plain SIP, where you have the IDs and plain SIP, and agents that are using WebRTC. And this is exactly what our setup looks like. We did not yet pointed any DIDs, but we will be doing probably for the next sessions. We will be pointing some DIDs to our OpenSIPS instance.
Just a quick note, we can actually try a live demo. We already have a DID set up, and it points to Giovanni's system, but we can point it anywhere else pretty much.
If it's pointing to Giovanni's system, we can actually that's the system that that we will use. So
okay,
yeah,
okay, go ahead. I'm saying we can try it after you finish with
okay.
With Linton.
Perfect. The only thing is that we are now doing authentication using guest user, but I can remove the authentication if that's easier for you. Don't know. Let's see when we do the demo.
Oh, we can do anything.
Okay. So, to give you a few more information about the OpenSIPS call center. So, what the setup we have now is implements the following scenario. We have one or multiple agents. In this case, we have only Giovanni. But on the other side, we have multiple clients that are calling in, and we need to queue them. As I said, clients need to come over plain SIP, and we make translation from SIP to WebRTC in OpenSIPS. There is, however, a problem with RTP because in WebRTC, secure RTP is mandatory, whereas in PSTN or SIP, it's not. It's usually plain RTP. So for this purpose, we had to install a RTP engine that makes the conversion from RTP to SRTP. Luckily, in a few months, Maxim will make us a surprise, and RTP proxy will be able to handle that as well. But I'm not doing any
it's
pressure on that. Okay, so clients are coming from SIP. They are welcome with a welcome message that is being played by FreeSwitch, and this happens in plain RTP, so there's no conversion for that. Next, if there's anyone in the queue, or for example, if Giovanni is answering a different question or is talking to a different customer or a different person asking him questions, then this person will be put on in a queue, and another queuing playback will be played back to the person until the agents or until Giovanni finishes his discussion and can take in another call. A very nice feature that is available is the wrap-up time. For example, each agent has an amount of time to take his breath between different calls. So, for example, if I'm an agent and I finish a call, I hang up the call, and I'm not getting the call initially because I need to take my breath. So there's a wrap-up time between this different successive calls. The call center module also has a lot of other features. For example, you have a dissuading based on different policies. Dissuading happens when, for example, the queue has a maximum number of participants, or there's a maximum amount of time people are of waiting time. So there are different policies that you can basically you can hang up a waiting call, and this waiting means playing back again using free switch, playing back the announcement. For example, we are sorry, but the queue is full now. Please try again later. Or you can play something like, unfortunately, the queue is very loaded. You'll have to wait more than 10 minutes, and the caller can decide whether to close the call or continue. There's also a lot of statistics that you can pull from the call center module. You can get statistics per flows, per queues, per agents, how many calls were answered, success rate, and stuff like that. What was the average waiting time? What was the average waiting time for each agent, and so forth and so on. For those of you that are interested in call centers, this might be some useful statistics that you need to provide to your customers.
I have a question for you, Răzvan. What kind of format do you support for statistics?
Currently, we are. You mean how you can query statistics from OpenSIPS?
Yes.
Basically, it's using the OpenSIPS CLI tool or OpenSIPS CTL in older versions that allows you to do JSON RPC queries. So it's basically you have to do REST queries in order to get these statistics. Of course, you can have let's say a gateway or a converter. Currently, we are not using anything like SNMP or something to get a standard way of fetching these statistics, but yeah, that might be interesting to develop.
Yeah, something like database backend, I would imagine probably be.
But maybe maybe a way can be also like in in a timer route to have each let's say each 30 seconds to dump the statistic in CSV.
That's actually how we are using it. And for example, OpenSIPS control panel can do that, can fetch the statistics. You can, and basically what it does is every 30 seconds or every configurable time, there's a cron job that goes, fetches all these statistics, dumps them in a database, and afterwards you can have some nice graphs based on that data. So, or as Giovanni said, we can have some timer routes that are fetching the data and dumping them in a database, so you can build some sort of time series afterwards.
Okay, thanks. That's good.
So that's about it. The power of the queuing mechanism is quite big. We support like thousands of agents logged in, thousands of callers and so forth. So there's no, actually we haven't hit any limitations in terms of scalability with the queuing mechanism. However, we are not doing any RTP stuff. All the RTP currently is done by either FreeSwitch or Asterisk or SIP media server. The good part is that we can easily balance these media servers because they're only used as announcement servers. So we can have a farm of media servers that are playing the announcements back and are basically streaming the queuing playback. So
Right. Another question for you: is there any way to transfer call from one agent to another agent?
yes, I think we can transfer calls. However, I mean, in theory, it's possible. In practice, not sure. That's because transferring is not aware of the agent state. So, for example, we can trigger a transfer, but the queuing algorithm will be overwritten. For example, if that agent is going to or was planning to receive a call, will basically send 2 calls to him, because the transfer is blind, is not aware of the call center mechanism, not until now at least. But of course, we can implement that if it's possible. I see there's a question on the YouTube channel. Do we still need a call center XML scenario file for the call center? Yes. If there is a plan, if there is any plan to avoid that, the answer is yes. We have this. We have some plans for replacing the XML configurations, but with OpenSIPS CFGs. Not sure. There's no plan, not until now, at least, to build the logic without the scenario files, like having the logic hard-coded in OpenSIPS. That's not too hard to do, but we didn't think that was necessary up until now. The Go calling API is not relevant in this scenario, because the Go calling API will work on OpenSIPS as a proxy, not as a B2B or as a call center. Okay, so let's see how this works, right?
Sure. Another question for you. Răzvan asked it from Giovanni, but he was not quite sure. In order to use SaraPhone, what is the minimum requirement on the OpenSIPS site, version-wise?
Version-wise, the setup that I'm running for this demo is OpenSIPS 2.4, which is the oldest stable release. So basically, I'm pretty sure.
For what is my take, it only needs from that OpenSIPS is able to use the WSS transport. So
correct.
Probably is 1.4, no?
No, it's 2.4. Sorry.
No, the first one that was able to speak WSS.
I think the first one was 2.1.
2.1.
Okay. 2.1. So you think 2.3 should work with this?
Yes. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it should. 2.3 for sure, because we do have WSS in 2.3. Not sure about 2.1, but yeah. Okay. So 2.2, I don't think it's available in 2.1. No, it's not. So starting with OpenSIPS 2.2, you should be able to use SaraPhone.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so let me tell you what I was planning to do now. So I was going to ask Giovanni to log in as an agent. So Giovanni, can you please log in on the SaraPhone with the Giovanni user?
You're muted, Giovanni.
Sorry?
Giovanni is muted. Giovanni,
Oh.
we don't hear you. You're muted.
Yes, okay. I was telling that I hope that it will work also if I'm using a browser to be on Meet right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So not. I
Yeah,
think
but maybe it will. I must log in as Giovanni.
yes.
Okay, just a moment, and I will do it. Okay, I'm in. I'm logged in.
Yes, you are. I can see you. And and now can actually I will share you. Let me share. Where is the Chrome tab? I will steal your. Okay, so if anyone can use SIP to call Giovanni, you can log in using these credentials that I'm sharing now.
Okay. So you're using some lean phone or whatever.
Yes, we need to go plain SIP because
Yes, I understand. If you want, I mean, I have a lean phone, but maybe it's better if you do someone else because my computer can explode.
I can do it. But
Ah,
if anyone wants to, you should give it a try at least. So I'm calling now Giovanni.
hey, it's coming.
Hey,
Hi, hi, bow, bow.
do you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do.
So loud. Okay, I will hang up.
Okay. Okay, so now Giovanni will have a 30 seconds wrap-up time. If anyone wants to call him now, he will.
In the meantime, I can share this screen if I can. Can I do it? Yes. Okay, so you probably are seeing the window SaraPhone in Chrome, and this SaraPhone is registered to OpenSIPS CallCenter, and I am actually the agent Giovanni.
Hey, do you want me to call you again?
Hey, call from guest, that your guest.
It's still me.
1, 2, 3. It
1, 2,
works.
3. Yes, it does. Hanging up now. Oh, you hung up. Yeah. So, Max, if you want to configure that the ID, let's do it now.
I
Just give
will
me a second. I'm trying to.
I will unshare the screen.
Okay.
So if you want, somebody wants to call in the meantime, Răzvan.
Actually, Giovanni.
You can see the credentials on the screen. Let's see if we have any questions on the chat. If you have any questions anytime, speak up on the chat. So for the DID, what do we need? Where do we send the DID? One?
Sorry. Yeah.
You said you wanted to do the DID.
Yes, if you have a DID pointed to the, the opensips.opentelecom.it SIP server, then it should be working. I can take off the the authentication.
Let's see. We set up some. Do we need to use default port or is it?
Oh, actually, correct.
Is,
Yeah. No, the port is. Sorry about that. Port.
Yeah, it's really a pity that each time we have to choose bizarre ports just to skip this script kiddies.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah,
and
so-
we don't always do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
okay, so I'm just sending to the same number here, right? Let's see. Change the trunks.
Do you want me to take off the authentication, Max?
Yes.
I can do password. Yes.
Oh, okay, if you can do password, that's fine.
And it's going to be OpenSIPS Open Telecom IT. Hold on a second. Just do. Number 500. Username. Do we need to use specific number, or is it just?
No, it's anything except Giovanni, because Giovanni is the agent for now.
Okay, so I can do like 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever.
Sure. Yep.
Let's see. Switch my account. Right. Of truth. Drink.
Nothing,
Thanks.
anything.
No, hold on, I'm not doing
Oh.
it. Oh. Second, something. It's blocking one of the.
In the meantime, there's another question. No spying or barging of another agent for assistance. Can we just signal via RPC? I'm not sure if this is possible indeed right now. However, with the new media exchange module, you will be able to do both spying and barging in. So this module is actually out there. You can just use it. there might be a problem, however, chaining the two functionalities together, the barging in, media exchange, and call center. That's why a better idea that we are doing it
Chronicles OpenSIPS CallCenter.
is.
Yeah,
I heard it. Yeah,
yeah, it's working.
awesome. Yeah, I can see it.
So hold on, we can actually demo it on it here from the bit. It's kind of next level.
Sorry, I was distracted and I have not answered. Please call again and I will answer.
Hold on a second. I'm excited too.
Yeah. Actually, I was telling a friend to see it. Okay, now the call is coming, and I'm answering, and I'm hearing music.
Not sure why.
I can share my screen. It's speaking with 226213, etc. 122. I'll show you.
Yeah. I think you're hearing the queuing music. Max, can you hang up and call again, please?
It's so passionate, this music.
Yes.
Okay. Call is gone.
Just a second.
You can see the agent windows. Here, the SaraPhone windows. Yeah, correct?
Not sure.
I think that I'm presenting, yeah.
I think I am. Let me stop it.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, this Meet. Okay, the call is coming. I answer, but
Hello.
yes, I hear you, but I'm not sure if I hear from Meet or.
Yeah, it's still
Let me shut here.
music.
No, I think that's my mistake. I probably mixed some legs of RTP so that Giovanni is listening the queuing instead of.
Okay, cool. Actually, I hear very well the queuing.
Can you hang up and try again in a few?
I hang it up.
Okay. I think Giovanni, you'll need
Yep.
to.
I'm back. I'm back in.
Okay, can you try again, Max?
Give me a sec.
Call is coming. I will answer. 1, 2, 3.
No?
Still not connecting. Still
But
music.
but now there is a new music.
Different music, right?
Yeah. Let me try. Okay. Not sure what's happening because if I call Giovanni, it works. Just a second. You'll get a call for me, Giovanni.
Yeah.
Yeah, this probably needs a few more testing before. But yeah, you got the idea, right?
Yeah.
I probably messed up some call legs. The
Yeah, but it's nice. It's very nice. And obviously it's scalable. Now I will answer.
Yep.
Ooh,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you too. So I'm not sure what. Yeah.
That's love.
doesn't like Max PSTN.
Yeah, the PSTN is so outdated.
Right.
But at least we saw that the call was incoming. It was just the RTP that was
Yeah,
mishandled.
but on the other end, it worked when we tested it through the Fusion PBX yesterday. There was definitely something. Probably OpenSIPs might need a little bit of
Yeah,
adjustment.
it's
We can
just
debug it with you, Răzvan, if you want. Now that we have this set up, and actually it's just a number in Vancouver, or we can just give you like CP or I to call, and if you want to debug it any further.
that would be fine. I think it would be a nice addition to the whole SIP Chronicles project to be able to do Q&A using the call center.
Oh yeah, and how do you manage it? Is there a way to see who is calling? How many people are in there?
Yes. So you also have different ways of viewing. For example, how many calls are in the queue?
Do you
How
have any web
many?
UI or something?
No, not yet. It's
okay.
just not yet. No. But you can query OpenSIP using OpenSIP CLI to.
Can you demo it for us live?
I can show you. Yeah.
We can call to Giovanni's system.
Just a second. Okay. This is the.
Just give me a second. I set it up. Maybe if you can make scripts font size a little bigger.
I don't think I can do that.
Anyway, it should be good, I think.
I don't think I can do that. This is a new terminal that I'm testing, and
Yeah. Okay, well let's make another call.
Okay, so now if we list the agents, you'll see that we have Giovanni is logged in, and it's currently he's free. Close. We get to see the average call duration, which is 23 seconds. We got 2 calls so far, and 1 logged agent. No ongoing calls. There's no queue currently because there's no one in the queue. So let's call Giovanni. Note that there will be no one in the queue for the first call because he will be able to deliver the call immediately because the agent is free. Do you want me to call Giovanni or?
Yeah, let's do 2 calls. I'm calling already.
Okay. So there's an ongoing call here.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Well, now there is an incoming call here, but I'm hearing the music.
Yeah, I didn't change that part.
Okay, that's perfect.
So yeah, I need to change. I think I need to change the tags, but that I pass to RTP engine, but I'm not sure which ones. So I'm afraid not to break anything. So now you see that the Giovanni is in call, and now that he ended up is in his wrap up time. So now he won't get any new calls until the wrap up time passes. Okay, we have different other. So we have a command to log in an agent, to list the queues, to list statistics about flows. Agent, we can list calls, but we don't have any ongoing calls, so we won't get anything. And we also have So these are all the statistics that we have. For example, we have estimated waiting time, average time duration per flow, because in OpenSIPS you can have multiple flows with different agents that have different skills, and all the calls will be balanced on those skills. We have agent statistics, global statistics. This is the average waiting time, average load of queuing, answer calls, abandoned calls, calls that are on hold or queued calls, and also all these statistics, we have them per flow. So as you can see, there are a bunch of statistics here that can be, of course, we can enhance these statistics, and starting with the new OpenSIPS 3.1, we have even more statistics and even more functions. These are the functionalities that Bogdan deployed a few days
Hey,
ago.
Giovanni, we're having some noise from your end. Can you mute yourself?
Yeah, so basically these are the raw statistics that you can fetch, and as Giovanni said, you can query these every 30 seconds or every minute or so, and dump them in a database, so you can build any sort of time series to show to your customers or to your users. All these flows queues are dynamically provisioned, so you can they are provisioned in the database, and you can dynamically add agents, queues, flows. So it doesn't really matter how without restarting OpenSIPS, only by reloading using the cc reload command here. You can also log in agents based when they registered. For example, this is what I've done with Giovanni's agent. He's only logged in as long as he's registered, but that's not mandatory because we can have some sort of outbound proxy for the agents.
I have a question for you, Răzvan. So, is this call center uses some of the media? What's the name of this media module?
Media exchange? No,
Yeah.
no, not yet. It is based on the B2B module, but it doesn't have any media function. It only relies on plain SIP, like basic late SDP negotiation for re-inviting, for challenging for SDPs. For example, this is how we do during transfers, and that's the reason, unfortunately, SaraPhone can't be used as a client yet, but most likely it will be in the near future. We'll definitely work it out. OpenSIPS and Giovanni and whoever is interested in doing this.
Cool. Do you have any questions, Giovanni?
No, I'm actually totally happy with what is developing, and for sure, I mean, with all the new audio manipulation features and so many ways to control OpenSIPS, I think that probably there will be a lot of news on the side of scalable call centers in the future.
I would say definitely we have some plans of doing of distributing the call center module. We are already working on that. Unfortunately, the amount of jobs seems to be far more far more harder than we initially thought. So probably we won't be able to release it in OpenSIPS 3.1, but we will definitely do it in the near future because we are already working on it. So stay tuned for distributed call center using OpenSIPS.
Cool. That's definitely very interesting development.
Yes, it's a nice, it's a very challenging topic.
Oh yeah. No. What else? Do you guys planning for the nearest future, like in next release?
So we're planning to release OpenSIPS 3.1 in the next weeks. One of the main features that we've developed is the media exchange. That it was already released. I wrote a blog about that, which provides a lot of interesting call manipulation features that use RTP proxy for calling, doing spying or barging in certain calls. So that's quite nice. There's another topic that I'm working with is what Gohar already mentioned, is the Go calling API. This will be an API used to start calls from OpenSIPS, transfer calls, put calls on hold, and stuff like that. So managing ongoing calls, everything without any B2B support. Everything will be done based on the dialog module. So this is also a very useful feature. Another thing that we are planning to is to enhance the B2B functionality in OpenSIPS to somehow get rid of the XML and import all the logic in OpenSIPS to have like a more uniform configuration of back-to-back scenarios and an easier one, and also provide a lot of script features that are already there. For example, a lot of functions that OpenSIPS uses, and we can't use them in B2B because we are configuring it using an XML. And that's a bit frustrating, but we are trying to get rid of that. So there are a lot of, we try to contain a few features that are more important for people. We also we also started a poll to see and understand our community needs and what they are looking into, or what they are trying to develop. And based on their answers on the polls, we compiled the list and start implementing it. We probably end up with having 5 or 6 features in this release, but it's going to be a stable and very powerful LTS, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad there are no other questions. This means that I was very clear.
Sorry, I was muted. I was yelling like, "Oh!" Nobody hears me. But is there any other topics that you want to present in the near term? Or do you want to do a little bit more of call center stuff, or what is in particular? I would really be interested to hear some of that media exchange module, that talk for OpenSIPS Summit you've been planning on doing in May.
But maybe we can have a new episode of SIP Chronicle that is dedicated to to media features, because I would like so much to have an entire episode ask
No,
questions.
I'm not talking
This
about
is
today.
very exciting.
So yeah, sure. Let's do another one. I will prepare a setup with for media exchange, and yeah, we'll see. It's quite nice. I was going to present them during OpenSIPS Summit, but unfortunately, as you as you probably know, we won't make it this year. I'm not sure if this year.
I
No,
did
no,
not
no.
know that.
Not now. I'm not sure about later.
Well, we're still hopeful. But yeah, we'll see. It's definitely off until at least autumn time.
Alex is asking us if anyone can dance. Unfortunately, I can't.
You can rewind. There was a little bit of dancing done by me.
Oh, okay.
When was the music?
So Alex, please watch again the entire.
Oh, hold on. Let's put some music on. Then we'll all
Let's
three
do
of
it.
us will dance.
I don't have. I forgot my dancing moves, unfortunately. Alex, was that a COVID dance? Can you show us?
What?
Why are you not dancing?
No, but the dance is like that. This is the back-to-back dance.
Yeah.
It's the back-to-back dance special for Alex.
Thank you for your appreciation, Alex.
All right. Well, I guess unless there are some the enhancement, I don't think we have any
I think Gohar asked it if it's there will be any events triggered. Yes, for the new calling API, we are planning to add some new events for a better management of the calls that are generated. So yeah, stay tuned because we will add it.
All right, I guess we can wrap up here. It was about an hour, so I think it was all good. Thank you everyone who stayed with us for some extras, and I hope you loved us. This little dance we done. And join up. We will be definitely announcing more of this in the nearest future.
Sure. Thank you very much, Max, for hosting this. Looking forward to the next sections.
Bye bye.